Let me tell you, if you've ever sold a home, you know that feeling. The deal is so close to being done, but there's this one last super nerve-wracking hurdle that could honestly make or break the whole thing. Today, we are diving into the home appraisal, and we're going to talk about the one key strategy you can use to get through this step like a pro.
So let me ask you, what do you think is the most stressful part of selling a home? Is it all those open houses, or maybe that agonizing wait for someone to finally make an offer? Well, you might be surprised to find out that for a lot of sellers, the real stress, it actually kicks in after they've already accepted an offer.
Yeah, for so many people, it's appraisal day. But why? Well, it's because the vast majority of real estate deals hinge on a professional appraisal that backs up the price you and the buyer agreed on. If that appraisal comes in low, the whole deal can just fall apart like a house of cards. It's this super high-stakes moment where you feel like you have almost no control.
And that feeling of having no control, well, that brings us right to the heart of the problem. You see, there's a very specific line you're not allowed to cross when you're dealing with an appraiser.
Now check out the specific language here. The rule says you're not allowed to attempt to influence or pressure the appraiser into any kind of a certain value. And that's the legal and ethical boundary that causes so much anxiety, right? You can't push for a number, you can't pressure them. So what are you supposed to do? Just sit back, cross your fingers, and hope for the best? Well, not exactly.
Okay, this is where a really crucial distinction comes into play. It's the difference between illegal influence, pressuring for a specific number, and what we call helpful assistance, which is just providing relevant factual information. You're not telling them what the value should be. You're just giving them the tools they need to find the accurate value themselves.
So how do you provide that helpful assistance without crossing that line? You do it with something called the Appraisal Package.
An appraisal package is, well, pretty much exactly what it sounds like. It's a neat little collection of documents that you hand to the appraiser the moment they walk in the door. It's all designed to give them helpful, factual info about your home's value, stuff they might easily miss during a quick walkthrough. And let's be super clear about the goal here, right? This isn't about manipulation or trying to pull a fast one. It's simply about helping a busy professional do their job as thoroughly and as accurately as possible. You should really think of yourself as a helpful partner in this whole process.
Okay, so that brings us to the really practical part. How do you actually build one of these packages? What kind of information should you be putting in there?
It really just breaks down into 4 main parts. First up, you're going to list all of your upgrades and renovations. We're talking about that new kitchen or the bathroom you just updated. Second, you'll want to document any recent repairs, like a new roof or furnace. Third, provide some key data about the neighborhood. Maybe you're close to a great new school or park. And finally, you'll note any other unique things that add value that an outsider just wouldn't know about.
And let's get into the nitty-gritty because the details really matter here. We're not just talking about the huge stuff. You should include the date of the last paint job. You should definitely mention when the water heater was replaced. Did you fix a leaky faucet last year? Or replace a drafty window? Put it in there. An appraiser might not notice these things, but they all add up and contribute to your home's overall condition and, of course, its value.
So you put in all this work, you create this fantastic package. What's the ultimate goal? It's really simple, making sure the appraiser has every single thing they need to figure out the most accurate value for your home.
And it's so important to remember who this benefits. A fair, accurate appraisal isn't just about protecting your price as the seller, it actually benefits 2 parties. It also protects the buyer, making sure their investment is a good one. At the end of the day, it just helps create a smooth and fair deal for everyone involved.
So the main takeaway here is pretty straightforward. More information equals a better equipped appraiser. The more relevant, factual data you can give them, the better equipped they are to do their job right and land on a true, defensible number for your home.
And that leaves us with one final thought, something for you to consider about your own place. As you look around your home right now, what's that one key feature, that recent upgrade, or that hidden bit of value that an appraiser might just miss on a typical visit? Well, preparing an appraisal package ensures they won't.